What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all all right? Good. If not, let's get better. This is man Jazz, man. Just getting ready to lay it on down for the evening. But I had to get on my nightly reflection and just speak on, again, judgment and perception. You know, how do we want to be perceived? How is the perception? So many things have been conditioned in the minds of people by, television, news, and, other things that, or a misunderstanding or a non-understanding of the different cultures, again, the cultural differences. I say this again, I said this before, but, you know, no one is born knowing everything. Some things are learned, a lot of things are learned. And some things that people don't know or have not learned, we hold against them. Or we try to feel as if they're less than us, as if we know more than them. But we can't take the time out to teach them or show them or give them a hand and say, you know what, this is the way I think I know where you're trying to go, but I tell you the best route. Because I was giving an example. And people say rules, we got all these rules. They want us to follow these laws and this, that, and the other. But I said, well, look here. Think about it. Think about the pressure or the stress to release, you would have if you just, certain things, certain rules are important. Certain structures are important. Let's just say you're driving. Let's say, for instance, driving. The stop signs are very important. We don't want people just running through the streets and crashing things. So if you follow that law, that's fine. You follow the stop at the red light, go on green, you good. But if you don't get pulled over by the popo. That problem if you get pulled over by the popo. You speed, those are now for safety issues. Those are safety provisions. You understand what I'm saying? So if I follow that rule, I won't have no trouble. If I go ahead if I know I ain't got no license, if I know I can drive, if I know I ain't got no license, I'm riding dirty, and then all of a sudden I'm upset because I done sped and I done did all this, I'm driving like I ain't got no sense, and I ain't got no license or no insurance. If I followed the rules, if I took it, now I ain't got no, get pulled over, now I got the fees and fines and court costs and all this. Now that one little step, that little $27, or that $30, $40, $50 you could have took to go get your license or take care of that business, now it didn't cost you thousands because you didn't want to follow the rules. So especially when you in leadership, you got to put some structures and some orders in place so that, guess what, these provisions are going to help us make sure we move to the next level and cut all the mistakes, as many of the mistakes as possible. Have a simple process so that, guess what, we have a continuum of success. Because we followed the order, or we followed the process, and we started to see progress. So we gotta make sure we just understand. We can't let anything get in the way. Anything that's hindering your process or getting into the process. You have to take an evaluation on that. That's why peace is so important. That's why if you get peace, you will find joy. You will have love in self, so you can give it unto others. And pressure. Don't let nobody put too much. Don't take on too much pressure, because pressure breaks bust pipes. Pressure. Yeah. So now let's evaluate again the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats. So I'm doing an analysis. Okay, let me see. Oh, now I see where the strengths are. Let me let me minimize the weaknesses so that we can create opportunities and eliminate any threat. So yes, it's a process. The people I'm working with, yes, it's a process. It's new to them. It's a new legacy. So they got to understand some new processes. They got to understand financial response. They got to understand some things so that they can, but inside of that, they have to talk about their gifts, they have to talk about their skills, they have to talk about their experiences. They just have to have a way to express themselves. Just have to do a little better, environmental. Not be yourself. Just understand your audience. You're talking to teenagers, you're talking to young folks, you're talking to elders. So be respectful and mindful for the elders who fought for us, who fought for those freedoms that we got. That's why this is so important, the environment that we're in. There's no, like I said, I can't make this up if I wanted to. And it's just, certain conversations, like I said, I'm not embarrassed. Let me see how I can make it better. Oh, no, we can't stop now. We got momentum. So guess what? Now we just got to bring the quality. Bring out the best in them. It ain't gonna happen overnight. But you're gonna see some changes as the process starts to be put in place. Because these are men, these are grown men. And I like to explain to you, but there's levels to this. Because you can be a NIGGAS all you want to. But that's still nothing. But if you're a grown man, you're taking care of your business, you have to go through the struggles. Hold on, wait a minute. I just watched the man say, wait a minute, not But watching it, not understanding the process, now the progress is going to come. Mariah Brown followed the process, and now she's progressing into graduation this Saturday. I'm going to be proud to stand beside my brother and her mother and her family, our family, to watch her cross that stage. There's to watch, I was just looking at pictures of her as a baby. Her and her brothers as babies, and now she's as grown men and women. I love them to life. I'm proud of y'all. I'm saving my tears for Saturday. But I love y'all. Love, peace, and soul. Just remember, don't let nobody take it for your mind. Love, peace, and soul. New day, new life, new legacy.